Ladies and gentlemen, Trump has been up in arms about keeping his taxes out of the public eye since he ran for office back in 2016. He has yet to provide these taxes. Now he is going a step further. This came out on CNBC, and it's saying that Trump has asked the Supreme Court to allow him to keep his taxes secret. Well, so far he's been very successful at keeping it secret, despite all kinds of court subpoenas and injunctions and everything. He still has not shown a thing. You know, we know Trump sucked at business. He just don't want you to see how bad he was at everything and how much money was lost. That's really what this is all about. And just like his school records, he don't want you to see what a lousy student he was. Trump asked Supreme Court to let him keep his tax returns secret, setting up a landmark fight. This came out on CNBC November 14th, 2019. We have never seen this before, y'all. A president that is determined not to reveal his tax return, but he wants to tell you he was a billionaire. Remember all that? I'm a billionaire. I have a lot of money. I remember them videos, Trump, and you on the campaign trail telling people you had billions. I never believed you because already knew you sucked in business from when you were just a New York citizen, heard about how bad you were in business. Attorneys for Trump asked the Supreme Court on Thursday to let him keep his tax return secret, setting up a case that could determine whether any presidents had blank criminal immunity while in office. The case also marks the first time the president's personal financial dealings have made their way into the nation's top court. If the justices agree to consider the case, it will pave the way for a landmark dispute over the reach of presidential immunity in the midst of the 2020 presidential campaign, a historic impeachment battle in Congress. The court could also decline to hear the case, effectively requiring the disclosure of Trump's returns. In the filing, the president's counsel, Jay Sekulow, emphasized the importance of hearing the matter. Every time a president has asked the court to review an unprecedented use of legal process against the occupant of the office, it has done so, he wrote. It takes 4 justices to vote to hear a case. The president is seeking to have the top court overturn a federal appeals court ruling from earlier this month ordering the president's accounting firm to turn over 8 years of the president's corporate and personal tax returns to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in response to a subpoena, calling it the first time in our nation's history that a local prosecutor has launched a criminal investigation of the president. Sekulow urged the court to take the case to decide the important and unsettled issue this dispute raises. Well, he should show it. And if Trump did not want to show his tax returns, he should have remained a private citizen instead of running for president. He should have just remained a New York citizen, and that way he would never have to reveal his taxes. But you made your decision to run for president. You are the president now. This is part of what presidents do. They have to show their tax returns. Now it's an issue because this man knows his records are terrible and he doesn't want it to be revealed. We already saw 20 years before, he lost $1.7 billion. And we know many of us couldn't lose that kind of money in a lifetime. The question, he wrote, is whether the district attorney's issuance of criminal process demanding the president's records violates an immunity that he holds under Article 2 and the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution. Details of underlying New York investigation are unclear. The Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr. has said the investigation concerns potential violation of state law. Though no defendants have been publicly named, Vance's office is investigating at the very least how the Trump organization accounted for hush money payments made to two women, porn star Stormy Daniels and Playboy model Karen McDougal. Okay, so we already knew about that. Trump's then personal lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, personally paid Daniels $130,000, and the publisher of the Trump-friendly National Enquirer supermarket tabloid newspaper paid McDougal $150,000. Both women have claimed they had sex with Trump, who denies their allegation. Cohen is serving a 3-year prison term for crimes that include campaign finance violations for facilitating the payments, which he admitted were done to shield Trump during the election from negative publicity. He was reimbursed by both Trump's company and the president himself for payments to Daniel. The president's legal team has put forward a sweeping view of presidential immunity in the case. They have argued that Trump is immune from criminal investigation while in office. Well, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. So it is just going over previous arguments that they made in federal court over this. And quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe Trump is going to ever show those tax returns. I really don't. And it just goes to show you how ineffective Congress is as far as getting things that they need from a president. Any president can now come into office and be defiant and not provide Congress with anything. And look at the impeachment. You got people not even showing up for the hearings, or people that were supposed to go before the House committee, and Trump is telling them to ignore the subpoenas, and they're getting away with it. So how effective are these government branches if you can't even enforce laws to get these people to come in and testify? Or you got a president that's telling people to openly break the law. Don't answer that subpoena. Don't go to the hearing. Look, they're not doing anything about it. So why should he stop doing it? Why should he stop telling people to ignore subpoenas? They're not doing nothing about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just looking at some more privilege up here in the country. Okay, so this must be... Okay, so they are trying to get the Supreme Court to hear it. Here's the document right here. Okay. Wow. Like I said, we never seen anything like this before. And we probably won't see it again, because Donald Trump is definitely the best form of entertainment this country has ever seen in the office of the presidency. And I don't believe anybody's going to come into office and match him at all. So we better get it all in and enjoy it while we can, ladies and gentlemen. This orange man is the best show in town. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.